Hey there folks, this is Richard of DoomedMovieThon.com back with another episode of My Horror Shelfie. My Horror Shelfie is a series where I talk about every single horror movie on my horror movie shelves, from the Z to the A to the uh-oh, okay? Today's letter is the letter B for big booties. R. R, big booties. Let's go pick some movies real quick. First up is the distinctly Canadian Rabid, directed by the distinctly Canadian David Cronenberg. This is my second favorite. This is my second favorite of his movies, after one that I can't remember the title. Not sure what it's called. But yes, love Rabid. I love how isolating it is, how cold it is, and just scary and full of dread. I absolutely adore this movie. You should watch it. Speaking of David Cronenberg, here is Brian De Palma's Raising Cain, starring John Lithgow. This is great. I love this one. It just feels crazy and wild, as my favorite frickin' De Palma films feel. This is like a crazy roller coaster of wildness. Just fun. This is very, very 90s. Absolutely adore this movie. John Lithgow's brother, Mom Lithgow, plays the brother. And hidden inside is The Black Dahlia, which is not a good movie, but it's awesome. I really like it, but it's a little rough. A lot rough. Time for Australia. Who doesn't love Australian horror? Razorback is so entertaining and kooky, weird, just everything you'd want from an Australian horror film about a giant boar. Rena-mater. This is about a lady named Rena who gets nematored. I heard about this as a kid on Stephen King's World of Horror, aka This Is Horror, and I was determined to rent this, and then I rented it, and it scared the crap out of me. The humor, yes, this is funny, but as a kid, all I could feel was the nihilistic, grotesque nightmare that this film is. I absolutely love this movie. I've watched this so many times. It's a little perverse. Hidden inside, as I like to hide movies inside movies, is a nice little copy of Beyond Reanimator there. Gotta have it. Maybe? I've never seen it. One day I'll watch Beyond Reanimator. And of course, speaking of bees, we've got Bride of Reanimator. I keep it next to Reanimator just to find it easily. I've got this cool German copy here. Very fun. It's a DVD, but of course, the Blu-ray for the movie is hidden inside because someone kindly gave me a copy of the Blu-ray, but I wanted to make sure that the awesome German DVD was on display. I love this one too. They amped up the perversity levels, they amped up the crazy factor. This is just a very strange movie. At times almost feels like Hong Kong horror, which is near and dear to my heart. Well, not quite Hong Kong. We've got Korea here. And this is The Red Shoes. The Red Shoes has all of the Asian horror tropes from its era, 2009, I think this movie was. But everything about it is cranked up to 11. It's so much more extreme and weird and amplified. You should check this one out if you haven't seen it. I'm just a big fan of it. Hidden inside is a movie called Coma. It's a pretty good one. I don't like it very much. It's got some body horror, some surgery horror stuff. I need to revisit it. It's been way too long. Maybe I'll like it more this time. I know a lady pukes in it. Do you hate puking scenes as much as I do in movies? Like, they don't make me gag. I'm just tired of them. Ugh. Speaking of gagging on wonderfulness, it's frickin' Repo, the Genetic Opera. An absolute gem. This movie, I think, has a cult fan base that is like a cult within a cult of a fan base. I just feel like the people who appreciate this and love it as much as my wife and I do are very, very special people. Operatic, because it's an opera, and very ghoulish. I don't know, I love this movie, and the songs are really good too. If you haven't seen The Devil's Carnival that this director made, it's only like a 50-minute movie. It's not feature length. But yeah, you should check out The Devil's Carnival. That's also really good. Still in its shrink wrap, because it's been a very long time since I've watched it, is, of course, Resident Evil, the franchise that they just can't let die. They keep remaking it and making it, whatever. Keep going. You know, I love it. And I can't wait to unwrap this and rewatch it. It's been way too long. I like the sequels well enough, but not enough to keep the box set. So, H.P. Lovecraft inspired The Resurrected. This is wildly good. Shout out to my pal Brad. He talked this one up, and I had thought I'd never seen it before, but I caught quite a bit of it on cable, and it is very special, very horrifying, and excellent H.P. Lovecraft adaptation. You gotta see this. 90s gold. Okay, I am not a remake hater whatsoever, and a big reason for me not being a remake hater is I absolutely love The Ring. They took what I consider an absolutely perfect film like Ringu and just made it more American in a good way. Saw this on a date with my wife when we were, still dating, and this scared the crap out of us, and we were terrified the rest of the night that little Samara was hiding in the room. And of course, later I saw Ringu and was just blown away. Ringu box set is hidden in the box sets, so I didn't skip it because I don't own it. Oh, I own it. Jose Ramon Larraz, he did some fun stuff in the 80s. He churned out a bunch of very modern style movies. He can do anything. This one is a movie I'm going to rewatch. First viewing, I was a little underwhelmed, but I loved the setting and I loved the characters. It just felt like it was missing something. I suspect second time around, I will love this more. And I kept it, even though I wasn't blown away. Infamous Hong Kong craziness. Ricky O, the story of Ricky. This is one of my prized possessions. I absolutely adore Ricky. This is so good. If a special edition of this ever comes out, Criterion, come on, you wanna. Madcap, ultra-violent, hilarious stuff based on a crazy manga series. You need to see it. You really need to see this. Don't want to spoil anything, but it's a tad bit over the top. Oh boy, look who snuck in the end of the video almost. It's Jess Franco. I love Jess Franco. If you follow any of my stuff, I've covered about 50 or 55 of his movies on my blog. Sorry, I just sneezed. Oh my god. This one's kind of controversial, to me at least, is that this is not the erotic rights of Frankenstein. Notice it's not under E. This is the weird image DVD called The Rights of Frankenstein, which is kind of like a clothed version of the film. So, Spanish censorship was very strict, so maybe they made a Spanish version. But the weird part is, this is dubbed in English, which makes me think it was for the English market. So why is it a clothed version? And the reason I say controversial is because I'm one of those people who love Jess Franco, but I don't care about his more erotic films as much. I like that eroticism is a big part of his films, but after like 50 of his movies, I was real worn down with the sexy stuff. I always joke about being a neuter or something, like like in A Dirty Shame, that John Waters movie. I'm one of the neuters. But this is magical. Yes, there's shots out of focus, whatever, it's Jess Franco. But this is so cool and truly one of the strangest films ever made. Highly recommend either version. One day I'll watch that erotic cut. Who knows? Hidden inside, because of course I have too many Franco movies to keep on all the shelves. I got a nice copy of Dracula, Prisoner of Frankenstein in here. Dracula, Prisoner of Frankenstein is fine. They torture a bat in it, if I recall correctly. They try to drown a bat, which is just a weird thing to do. How did Jess Franco have money for a bat? Last movie of this beautiful R. This is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I told Leetta, wait a minute. It says horror in the title. It should be in the horror movies, right? And she relented, and now it's happily in my horror movie collection. This is a very important film to me. Like a lot of folks my age, I saw this during the 15th year celebration. It became this huge resurgence. I know the diehards were always there, but for a kid of like 13 to hear about this crazy movie and my mom going, yeah, you'll love it, you should watch it, and then being completely baffled and intrigued by this very unique slice of cinema. Grown to love it over the years, of course, beyond any normalcy. We have finished a letter, which means it's time for a box set special with the Echo. Another homemade box set. Shout Factory is so wonderful. They put out 10 episodes, I believe, of the OG Elvira's Movie Macabre instead of the later shows that she did that were straight to video. These are the broadcast versions of Maneater of Hydra, Monstroid, The House That Screamed, Blue Sunshine, Gamera Super Monster, They Came From Beyond Space, Legacy of Blood, The Devil's Wedding Night, Frankenstein's Castle of Freaks, Count Dracula's Great Love. Along with the mighty Commander USA, Elvira was another person who got me so deep into horror movies and introduced me to so many films, and it was just a joy every time to watch her show back in the 80s. We love Cassandra Peterson. She's the frickin' greatest. I took those DVDs and I made a little box set out of it here. And now it's all in one place. Easy peasy. I really wish that they could get the rights to more of those episodes and release them. I would love to have a real box set of Elvira's Movie Macabre. The interesting thing about these DVDs was there were her original segments from the show, but the movies were like widescreen copies a lot of times, or uncut versions of the movies. So Shout Factory did a little clever way to release these films uncut, especially The Devil's Wedding Night, which was insane. Thank you, Elvira. And thank you folks for watching. This has been fun as heck. This is episode number 5632.1. Sorry if you're not joining us for the first time. It gets better.